Take a load off and grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up your feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time.
And hi, this is Nick Cook, and this is Fine by Me.
What's going
I'm
on,
back.
gentlemen?
I'm back, guys. I'm back.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Josh. Good to see you, bud.
Y'all got a week without me. How was vacation?
It was interesting.
I bet.
Relaxing.
It was a good sode. I enjoyed Mr. Jason Phillips and his agricultural expertise.
Yeah, I thought of more stuff. Of course, you always think of more stuff you wish you'd asked.
Well, I was going to say that was we were talking after we stopped recording, and I was like, well, now that I know this guy and have a better understanding of him, like I was like, I got 20 questions I can ask this guy. That's why afterwards I was like, yeah, we'll probably have this guy back on at some point.
Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I thought of a question for him today while I was driving home, and I was going to ask him, what do you think about rape?
Rape?
Yeah, like rapeseed oil.
Oh.
Rape the plant. You know?
I was going to say, what I tell y'all about wait till 5 minutes into the episode before 5 minutes in, it's all I ask.
I'm talking about the plant.
He's like that Kanye West song, Can't Tell Him Nothing.
I forget is what happens.
I just asked Wes a minute ago, we've been on here for like 20 minutes talking, and then you just said, I'm ready. And I said, is Nick in the same damn message group that we're in? Because sometimes like you'll like come in way later with something. I'm like,
I know. Whenever he said that to me, I said, I've sent Nick 3 invites already.
Yeah.
I don't know what he wants.
I had my Zoom sitting there from like 10 minutes before.
I've sent you 3 invites. That's all I know to tell you.
Yeah. Whenever it started ringing, I picked up.
he's here. He's here now. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. He's back. Or he's here.
He's back.
Never left.
Never left. Can't get rid of him.
We were talking about buying flags before this started. Like I'm buying a Fine by Me flag. Is it literally only $9 on Amazon? Like I'll order this right now. I'll order 3 of them right now.
Can you upload like our image, our globe image? Does it have a place where you can do that shit and still be $9? Because the flag might be $9, just the fabric, and then when you add in other shit, it might be a little more.
Yeah. I mean, I can pay them to beautify the image, probably so whenever they blow it up, it doesn't pixelate it and whatnot for $2.99.
Well, damn, $300 ain't too bad.
$300, $2.99.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Make sure you pay attention.
Dad joke alert.
Don't be a queef.
So it's $6.99 delivery, but I mean, I'd order 3 of them, and it'd be $40 for 3 big ass Fine by Me flags.
Yeah. And everybody go ahead and order some flags.
That's the only flag I care about.
It's
election
on my porch. Season. I think you should let everybody know where you stand.
I'll put the link where to buy it from, and we won't make any money off of it, but we'll send you the photo or the image.
We could make the link a YouTube partnership and make some money off of it too.
Yeah, we'll inside baseball. We'll think.
You know me, dog. I'm all about that money, dog.
The 6 flags that we sell.
We might sell 10. I think we could sell 10.
Think we can move 10 flags
if we really got out there and got to selling.
If we paid for them and
shipped them, they just had to like say yes. I'll take the flag.
Yeah.
Send me a flag.
Just send me a flag. I'm tired of y'all talking about them.
I've never hung like a flag in my house, like in my bedroom or nothing.
I haven't either.
I see people's like most of my buddies have like either a flag like in their garage, or I think Nick's got a few flags probably somewhere.
I figured growing up in the trailer park, you saw a bunch of Confederate flags in windows.
I did see a bunch of the Confederate flags. I did see that.
Those were Confederate flag beach towels from Albans Island.
Right.
That's what they use for drapes.
From the one time they took a family vacation to PCB.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm getting me.
What's that place? Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama or Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. Yeah, Myrtle Beach is pretty trailer parky.
Yeah,
that was the first family vacation my family took was Myrtle Beach.
I've been to all 3 of those places, so I'm not I'm not talking down on it by any means. I had a big time
Yeah.
all three
I
all of those
enjoy it.
places.
Yeah,
Actually,
they
you don't
are
know that
nice.
I've been to PCB. My family was a Destin family.
We've been there too.
Yeah.
Been there.
Dang, can't hide money. I tell you what, nice to be able to brag about having such a fun family life.
We didn't have a house on a foundation, but we still made sure to go on a yearly family vacation.
I had a mother and a father.
You
Oh,
backed up to your house and took it to Panama. Y'all didn't even have
yeah,
to like that.
we could have just rolled out. We had to have a strong truck. That's why Dad always had a nice truck, just in case. We could always live in it if we had to.
Well, just in
Get
case
out
you
of Dodge.
need a run from the bank or something, so you could just pick up
Yeah,
the house and go.
get out of Dodge. Can't repo it if they can't find it.
I remember I was 8 years old whenever we moved because I grew up first in a single wide trailer in a terrible fucking trailer park. Like it was rough on the west side of town. And we got out of there and we moved into the double wide when I was 8 years old. I remember, dude, whenever they hauled that thing in and it was just two pieces, and they just kind of slapped it together in the middle. They're not like those modular homes now that are super nice. But I remember, man, I thought we was really moving up. I was like, man, we getting out of no more gunshots and screaming. Not hearing my mom cry at night when my dad's working third shift at the factory. Man, this is going to be good. But guess what?
Oh Lord.
Still
my,
gunshots and screaming.
my uncle. So my uncle didn't live in a trailer park. So in Scottsville, we lived at 101. There was like
Mm.
kind of a 2 square mile area that all of us lived. And a lot of my aunts and uncles did have trailers or double wides that they lived in. But I remember being really little and my uncle having his double wide delivered. Like he
Yeah.
like he got rid of his
Single
single
wide.
wide and got a double wide on the same plot out there on 101. And I remember just like it blowing my mind as a kid watching these people put two halves of a house together.
Yeah. It's a whole
I was just like,
ordeal.
what's going on? This is how
Is
houses are
this how they're all built? Yeah.
made.
I remember my
Plumbed in.
parents.
Is there a helicopter going to come drop in the chimney or something?
I was young. I mean, I was probably like 6, 7, 8 years old whenever that happened. So I was just blown away watching them do this.
I remember my parents were like, yeah, we're gonna we went and looked at land for like 2 years. We would just ride around looking at land, like little 2, 3 acre deals. And my dad be like, yep, we're gonna get us a little spot of land. This trailer park stuff's temporary. We're gonna get us a spot of land, put it out on its own little spot of land. Never fucking happened. Never happened, man. We put a pool in, and I knew we was staying at the trailer park.
Yeah.
Back then, you could have got an acre for $2,500.
I know, man. And I would have
Yeah.
had some generational wealth. Look at me.
Now it's 35 grand for,
I know.
I mean, a half acre in Franklin.
It's nuts, dude. It's nuts. Hindsight's 2020. We should have, but $2,500 was a lot more money than what it is now, too, back then.
Yeah,
25.
that's
Yeah. 2,500 now is God knows what today. Probably $6,000, $7,000.
Probably so. Just in our short lifetime, the people aren't making any more money either.
Yeah.
But we ain't trying to get political today. We're trying to have fun.
Yeah,
We're trying to talk.
all right, Josh. I like that attitude, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's plenty of
Yeah.
bullshit going on in the world right now.
There is.
What do y'all want to get
I
at?
want to talk about one of my childhood heroes. They always say don't meet your heroes, and that's
Yeah.
Vince McMahon. He is becoming a real fucking. Oh, I'm sure he's always been a wild man. We're just now getting to see this. Like Diddy and all these guys
Yeah.
are coming to light. So I saw where he's supposed to be having a Netflix documentary coming out. It is called.
Isn't it called just Mr. McMahon?
It's called Mr. McMahon, and he says he claims it puts him in a deceptive narrative. And I reckon it talks about him so bad, of course. I think we've talked about it before in the podcast about some wild text he used to send some gals and wanting to do this, and that. But he tried to buy it from Netflix before they put it out, like an ungodly amount of money, I guess. And they said, no, we're still going to roll with it. So
I didn't know that happened. I
yeah.
just saw what you sent us earlier today.
So he put this
sharing
out yesterday, trying to get ahead of it because it's coming out here soon.
Yeah, I think it's coming out tomorrow. I've
Yeah,
had it
so-
on my remind me when on my Netflix for a few weeks now. 'Cause
Right.
I'm planning on watching it. But yeah, you want to read this, Josh?
Yeah, I'll read it for the people who aren't that are just listening. All right, so this is a tweet from Vince McMahon yesterday, an official statement. He says, "I don't regret participating in this Netflix documentary. The producers had an opportunity to tell an objective story about my life and the incredible business I built, which were equally filled with excitement, drama, fun, and a fair amount of controversy and life lessons." That's true. Unfortunately, based on an early partial cut, I've seen this doc falls short and takes the predictable path of conflating the Mr. McMahon character with my true self, Vince. The title and promos alone makes that evident. A lot has been misrepresented or left out entirely in an effort to leave viewers intentionally confused. The producers use typical editing tricks without of context footage and dated sound bites, etc. That's a run-on sentence, Mr. McMahon. Sound bites, etc., to distort the viewer's perceptions and support a deceptive narrative. In an attempt to further their misleading account, the producers use a lawsuit based on an affair I ended as evidence that I am, in fact, Mr. McMahon. I hope that the viewer will keep an open mind and remember that there are two sides to every story.
Wonderful
What do y'all
job,
think?
Josh.
What do y'all think about Mr. McMahon?
Oh, he's definitely trying to cover himself before it. I mean, he's probably going to look like a complete piece of garbage.
Well, I know that we've talked about probably 6-7 months ago on here is he had been like trying to set up gangbangs with girls that wrestle and trying to find them big black units to come in and service them in certain ways and very racy stuff. I think there was some like even shitting on people, pooping on folks.
I vaguely remember that. I until you said something about it earlier today, I was like, man, I don't even remember that because it's just like something that's not
Right.
super important to me.
Right, me either. But it's just
I mean, I was a big wrestling fan. I liked wrestling, but to be honest, my dad, like my parents were kind of it was like the one thing that they sheltered me from was like WWF until like they just couldn't anymore. Like my dad was cool with me watching WCW, but he was not cool with WWE for whatever.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
Yeah,
I mean, they was cutting people's dicks off with samurai swords and everything else on WWF.
Were they? I don't remember.
Yeah,
that.
man. Val Venus, he used to come out in a towel. He'd say, "Hello, ladies."
Yeah.
Well, there was like this
that.
beef between him and some other guy. They were Japanese yakuza, and it cut one Monday Night Raw at the end of the episode. It showed him like chained up, like in like the locker room with his towel on. And there's a table in front of him, and they yanked the towel off of him, and all you see is his bare butt. Of course, it's bleeped out. And then they act like his wiener's on the table, and it shows like a samurai with a sword, and then it just cuts out, until like next week. And I was like, oh my god, dude, pee-pee's off. I said, cut his pee off. We got to quit watching this. See, both my parents worked at night, so we had a babysitter on Monday night. So she just, as long as we weren't just destroying the house, she pretty much let us do whatever. So we were watching South Park and Monday Night Raw at like 8, 9, 10 years old.
See, we were talking just the other day about like my dad, like not like I try not to curse around my parents or whatever, and that was the same thing. Like I think the main thing was that they cursed a lot on WWF.
Oh yeah,
back in the day,
for sure.
And
it's very sexual innuendos and
et cetera,
boobies.
Yeah. So and then I remember that my uncle, the same uncle with that double wide, would always order, and that uncle was actually a preacher. And he would actually always order the pay-per-views,
WrestleMania and Royal Rumbles.
WWF.
Yeah, man.
So that was the only time I got to see WWF, and
I loved those fucking.
Arguably, that was the worst WWFs to watch because they were no holds bar because they weren't on regular TV. They could do whatever they wanted to because you had to pay to watch it.
So they didn't have sponsors to worry about.
Yeah, you were paying for it, so you were signing up. To whatever they had.
Man, I was watching it live when Mankind and Undertaker had
Hell in the Cell.
Hell in the Cell, man.
Yes, dude, I just watched that again the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
crazy.
Boy, they about killed each other.
Yeah.
Dang.
Literally.
That stuff did a toll on them. People call it fake. It is. I mean, obviously, it's
Mankind is still messed up. Like they talk about it. Like,
but you can only fake that stuff so much. You can't fake a 25-foot fall.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, Undertaker.
That wasn't supposed to break.
Yeah, I mean Undertaker and Kane, all of them are all messed up. Was it? Is it DDP that does the yoga thing?
Yeah.
Yes,
Diamond
Diamond
Dallas
Dallas.
Page.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does. He has like the yoga thing that he does for all the retired wrestlers because it helped him so much with all of his back pain and whatnot that he does it for all of his old colleagues and whatnot now.
Mm.
I'd like to. I don't think he's ever been on Rogan. I know Rogan's had like Kane and the Undertaker,
Jake the
Jake
Snake.
the Snake. He's had several
Yeah.
of them on. I don't think he's ever had DDP on. I
For
think that
some
would be,
reason, I almost think he has. For some reason, I don't know
maybe
why.
have.
maybe he
Maybe
has.
I just want to be contrary to you. You know, who knows?
Maybe you
That's
just
fine.
want it to be true, Nick. You just want it to be
Yeah.
true so bad.
If it does
Ford
exist,
Diamond Dallas.
if it does exist, I would like to watch it because DDP has done so much for his
Awareness and
old colleagues that all have so much, not even the yoga thing. He's done a lot of things as far as trying to help them get off of all the opiates that all of them are on because of their pain that they're doing. Pain that they're
No disrespect to Mr. Page. And
He
I don't
has-
want to take away. I don't want to take away from his glory. But speaking of helping people out, what about Steve-O is coming to Franklin on Friday to the animal shelter and is doing a live meet and greet on behalf of the animal shelter.
yeah, it's gonna be there at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
It'll be a chaotic area.
yeah. Well,
You won't see me there. That's
No,
for
me
sure.
neither.
I don't do crowds.
And the type of crowd that's going to be there is going
Yeah.
to be a fucking wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Oh,
going
wow.
to a damn Juggalo festival.
Yeah, yeah. Jug Fest or whatever.
Probably gonna be some of my old trailer park comrades there.
No.
My brothers in Christ.
Yeah.
So
I know Shawn Michaels does a lot of stuff for wrestlers too.
go back. This was actually before probably I started listening to Rogan. 2020 was kind of whenever I started getting into podcasts a whole lot.
The pandemic.
But DDP was on Rogan 6 years ago.
Nick.
Episode 1166.
I think I
that
just
was a-
saw a clip on Facebook or something
Probably.
talking about his yoga. That's probably just what I saw.
You got a damn mind like a steel trap too, so I'm
Well,
not surprised.
Not many people would say that about me, so I appreciate it,
I'm
Josh.
choosing to be. I'm trying to be sweet from here on out.
DDP yoga.
That's very nice of you.
I realize the way
appreciate
that I am isn't working out, so I got to do something different.
Good God, what did Chrissy threaten to leave you?
No, dude, I was talking. I was venting to Wes before you got on here, and I was like, with like this. Not that I'm like dying or nothing, but I just got pissed off like about my health. And I told him I quit everything that I like doing. You know, I try to do good. I don't eat bullshit anymore. I don't drink. None of that shit. And I feel like I'm back to like, you know, the like where I was before. And I think that maybe if I just had a little bit better attitude about things sometimes, you know, at least that might help me feel better, you know.
Damn, that's a fun realization.
It is, because I'm kind of a grouchy person anyway. So why not wake
Well,
up and
I mean,
choose to
I'm
be
sure,
nice?
well, I mean, obviously we talked before we started recording, but I didn't even think about this before then. But I mean, I'm sure it probably pissed you off that you couldn't be with us last week because you got held up at the hospital or the doctor's office.
Yeah, I had to get that infusion, and that was kind of thrown on me. You know, just like, hey, you know, while you're here, we're going to go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Like, you need it, we're going to do it. And I was like, you know, well, that's 2 more hours.
It just obviously we had a guest, and just we all have different schedules or whatever, so we can't just change things at the drop of a hat. So I mean, I just know that would have pissed me off. I would there's going to be a day that's going to come that I'm just going to have to be like, guys, I can't make it tonight, and that's I know that's going to piss me off regardless of whatever it is that happens. So especially when it's out of your control, something health related that you
dude, and I get frustrated.
Do to yourself.
Anyway.
It's just something that you were born with that didn't activate until later in your life. It's
man. Thanks, Dad. You know, passed it right on. He's still with me. He went on and it's still with me.
Oh, I thought you were calling me Dad. I was like,
no, my dad. You said it's like something that was with you when you're like, you know, he had it. It's like a genetic thing, you know.
Yeah.
You're not my dad. I think I'm older than you. Am I older than you?
No, I think you're the youngest one here. Or no, Nick's the youngest. No,
Nick's the youngest.
Wait, when? What do you turn this year?
I'll be 36 in a month and a half.
Okay, yeah, you're the oldest.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was wanting to be in the middle. I've never been in the middle of nothing.
Yeah. I've definitely got the youngest brother vibes out of the three of us.
You definitely do. I will say that. And I'm the old man vibes.
Yeah. I'm the middle child.
Yeah, it makes
I
sense.
did.
It makes perfect sense. That's
Yeah.
why we all bonded immediately
Yep,
because we fit each other's like what we need in our lives.
that's right, man. Y'all,
Yeah.
that's the truth. That is
Always
true.
needed an older brother. That's for
You fill my holes, boys.
Man, fist me, bro. Fist me, bro.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's all I got on Mr. McMahon. I just wanted to bring that up because
Do
I
y'all
think it's a
remember-
part of all of our childhood
Yeah, I
and
think
most
we
of our
can-
listeners.
I think we can definitely bring it up again after we've all watched the.
Yes.
I'm sure we all watched the documentary, so we'll all
Yeah.
bring it up again. I think
Sounds like we got homework this weekend.
We do. Sounds like.
Yeah. Well, hold on before
I got to drive to the airport again. I ain't looking forward to that.
Ugh.
When did this
Ugh.
documentary come out? Why is this not on the front page? McMahon.
These non-alcoholics are going down good tonight.
I got me a delicious non-alcoholic myself.
Thank you, Anheuser-Busch.
Dasani Coca-Cola. Does Coca-Cola own Anheuser-Busch?
The McMahon documentary releases on September 25th, which is also
tomorrow.
my wedding anniversary.
Awesome.
So
And one day before my daughter's birthday.
September 25th is today's Tuesday, so that's a Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
26th will be whenever y'all are listening to this. So we haven't watched it yet. You're gonna have to come back next week and we'll maybe comment.
Y'all let us know in the comments. Y'all might watch it and then say, hey, these guys are talking about this shit I just watched.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, next week will be October 1st or something like that. This episode we'll probably comment on.
It'll be the debate, the vice presidential debate, our next episode.
Oh,
and guys, go ahead, like and subscribe. Okay,
Yeah, dude.
just go ahead.
I don't feel like
and
we say that
like
enough.
And subscribe and share
you literally don't.
and
for real.
share.
Like
We
it.
did with the interview last week. We got like 8 more subscribers on YouTube. So that's
All
exciting.
right,
did.
probably all of
Ross.
Jason's friends.
big shout out to Ethan Ross because he always comments on YouTube.
Yes.
And you truthfully, you guys have no idea how much that helps. Just saying anything. You can just say some nonsense and it really
we like
does
seeing
help.
it too.
I love seeing it. I mean, you can call me whatever you want in the comments and I will appreciate it.
Just don't call him Shirley.
Yeah.
But hey,
do
big
y'all
Leslie
remember,
Nelson kick. Oh,
y'all
sorry.
remember the female wrestler Chyna?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wes, did you find her attractive?
No.
Okay.
Remember when she had that sex video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Josh.
I bet you do.
And that's an excellent segue into our first advertisement.
Okay, nice. I was needing a break.
Yeah. Feeling stressed, tension in your back, need to relax? Well, come on down to Happy Dragon Massage, where relaxation is our middle name. And no, we're not that kind of massage palace. At Happy Dragon Massage, we offer ancient Chinese techniques to melt away your stress, soothe those muscles, and help you find your inner peace. Deep tissue, Swedish hot stone, you name it. We've got it. Let's be clear here, folks. There are no happy endings here. Just relaxation, serenity, and a massage that'll make you say, "Oh, yeah." You come here for relaxation only. No funny business. You ask for something else, we kick you out faster than you can say, Jackie Chan, wolves, bad beaches. That was a quote from the owner. At Happy Dragon Massage, we're all about restoring your chi, not your you-know-what. You want peace and quiet? We got you. You want ancient healing secrets? We got those too. You want anything more than that? Get the hell out of our shop! We massage your back, not your personal life. Come on down and feel your stress disappear at Happy Dragon Massage. The only thing we rub is your muscles. Promise. Call now to book your appointment or visit us online at happydragonrelax.com. Happy Dragon Massage, because a great massage should never end in a misunderstanding.
Whenever you said all you get is rubbed, it reminds me of that movie Hall Pass. Whenever Jason Sudeikis is in that like dry cleaning place and he's trying to get a hand job in the massage parlor too, and she's like, rub no tug, and he's like, yes, tug.
I think that whole commercial is why Shane Gillis got fired from SNL. Also,
Yes,
so
100%.
it worked for him, buddy. It worked
did.
for him.
We don't have any sponsors anyway. We can do what we want to
I
right now.
dare you to fire me from SNL. I dare you.
Well, he was on SNL when he did the
China,
the Asian thing. It was like somebody dug it up after they announced him getting.
Oh, dude! If we ever become famous, we are. You know what? Because they're going to be pulling some shit out. That's like, hey, look at this guy.
So many things can be taken out of context.
They can. They can.
I got a phone call during the middle of that ad read, so I just wanted to pat myself on the back for holding it together.
Oh man!
Did y'all tell? Did you tell when?
I couldn't. I black out every time you start.
It stressed me out. It stressed me out. I started going cross-eyed. I was like, oh, you can do it, little buddy. You can do it,
little buddy.
Josh, did you look anything up on this Titanic thing?
Yeah, man, I got a whole notebook. I got a whole page of notes on it.
Titanic.
I hadn't been able to look into it. You just sent it like an hour ago.
What made me think of this is I was watching. It's a 3-part series on History Channel about the Hatfield McCoys, and it's got Kevin Costner in it and Bill Paxton. It's great. It's fantastic. Well, I like Bill Paxton, and so I looked up a thing, and Bill Paxton was like the documentary guy in the movie The Titanic. You know.
Yeah.
They played that guy, and there was an incident that happened on the set in 1996 when the Titanic cast and crew, they had clam chowder to feed everybody, right? After like a shooting day. Well, it was in Halifax, Nova Scotia. You know what I mean? They eat all that weird shit up in Canada in the Northeast. Well, but the clam chowder was spiked with PCP. So they said Bill Paxton was a big time stoner. So he was just riding that shit out, But they said there was like people like doing cartwheels, and they all started freaking out and they went to the ER. And they said like some of the people were like doing wheelies in the wheelchairs and shit. There was people just like euphoric.
Sounds like they're having a good time.
Yeah, so like come to find out, they never found out who spiked it with PCP. Like to this day, like nobody knows. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet just happened to be offset that day, so they didn't get it. They didn't get any drugging. But I just thought it was pretty interesting. It says Bill Paxton. They said that Bill Paxton was a real sweetie, and that he tried to help everybody else with their buzz because everybody else was freaking out. But they say he's like kept a bag of joints with him all the time. So like he was just high as fuck, and he was like, you just calm down, and like he was like trip setting everybody pretty much. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, so you're going to look into the authenticity of this story?
No, I already have.
I thought that's what you were over there doing, smirking.
No, man, it's the real deal. It's an actual real thing.
It's real, and there's 2 fun quotes that I've found.
It is real.
Yes,
there's 2 fun quotes.
All right,
and one of them is from crew member Jake Clark.
Yeah.
And he says we had a room for the grips and the electrician. I don't know what a grip is.
They hold the microphone.
Okay.
Long rod.
And one of the guys started talking really hyper. He's a big guy, like 6'4", and he says to me, "Do you guys feel okay? Because I don't. I feel like I'm on something. And believe me, I would know."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then and just as he was saying this, we saw James Cameron run by the door, and this extra running behind him. He said, "There's something in me. Get it out."
James Cameron. I think it's funny. He got dosed too. It's hilarious.
I was trying to think of like it would make sense for the studio to want to keep an incident like that under wraps, though. Like why we never heard that story. Because I bet the studios were like, "Don't tell us all this guy's with us."
Right.
Cover it up.
Wonder how long it takes PCP to wear off.
It's like a trip, like a mushroom or an acid trip. So it depends on how much you take, but
metabolizes.
Could be up to 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours.
Fuck, dude.
Bill Paxton. It says Bill Paxton was real sweet. He said set decorator Claude Russell.
Yeah.
He was sitting next to me in the hallway of the hospital, and he was kind of enjoying the buzz. Meanwhile, grips were going down the hallway doing wheelies and wheelchairs.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You gotta have good forearm strength to hold those microphones up for
You do, man. You do. That's like in Tropic Thunder. Whenever Tom Cruise asks that guy who the lead grip is, and he like raises his hand, he goes, "Go over and punch him in the mouth," and he punches him in the
I
face.
never realized that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of James Cameron though, and like those submarines and shit, have you seen where they found that Ocean Gate submarine that's like still intact on the ocean floor?
It wasn't really intact. They did just release that picture. What was
It
the
looks
last?
a lot pretty good for imploded. Yeah.
Yeah, it does look
I
pretty
thought
good
it
for
was gonna be
imploding.
like
I thought it was
like
going to be
a
just exploded.
like a cube at the recycling center when they press it all together. I
Yeah,
thought it
like
was
a
gonna be like a
Coke can.
sphere.
I'll
Yeah,
show the people. Hold on.
You show the folks.
it looks about like a half a submarine.
Yeah.
It's about like a half a submarine.
That's at the bottom of some lake somewhere. Somebody went and took a
Yeah.
picture.
Somebody
Oh, we're
said
doubting
that it
the
was
realistic, the reality of this. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm for it. It could be just a psyop.
this
I
is
don't
like
know.
the moon landing.
Dude,
This ain't even
yeah.
underground. This ain't even underground.
We ain't heard a damn thing about this. All of a
They
sudden,
shot
they found a
this.
picture of this.
They shot this footage in space.
Yeah, I've seen the movie The Abyss before.
Hold on a second. Let's get this.
Hold on.
Somebody said
Footage from
somebody
the
said it was
U.S.
a
Coast
monster
Guard.
flex. Somebody said it was a monster flex for the government to go down in a submarine, in their own submarine, and videotape a failed submarine.
Well, so they're not in a. This isn't pictures.
It's a robot.
Well, this isn't a manned submarine, so they don't have to worry about the.
This is what's wrong with our society. We don't
Whose
put
side are you on, Wes?
explorers. We don't put explorers in the damn deep blue sea anymore.
Well,
No.
the reason that like that so the whole reason the Ocean Gate
Thanks, Obama.
exploded was because of the pressure difference between the inside and the ocean that's trying to crush it on the outside. So they can go down to the pretty far depths. Obviously, they did it well. Not obviously. Obviously, this could be fake. I suppose. I should keep that trope up, but so they just don't have to worry about the pressure differences or whatever. So that's why it is possible for the science that I'm aware of that they could go down there and take a picture of this. It is a little bit unfortunate that we can't see any dead bodies.
That's what I wanted to see. It's really unfortunate, Wes.
That would have been fun.
Why aren't we sending Tom Hanks? And why ain't we sending,
Why ain't we sending James Cameron?
Yeah.
He went down
or
and
Matt
found the Titanic.
Damon.
Didn't
Or
James
Matt
Cameron
Damon.
actually find the Titanic?
What?
Didn't James Cameron go down and like look at it?
I don't know. Did he?
I think so.
I know James Cameron. I don't know if it was one of them submarines like Wes just showed, but James Cameron has been to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, but it might have been an unmanned.
No, Cameron has visited the Titanic wreckage on 33 different trips.
See, so what the hell, dude?
Bro's addicted.
Bro has got a good submarine. It sounds
That's
like.
the only reason why he did Avatar 2, because they needed more money for submarine trips.
Yeah, so it was warned to Ocean Gate's officials about faulty vessels ahead of the trip, and it was only a matter of time. So funny enough, I forgot about this until just now. I did watch a bunch of YouTube videos on why everybody thought that it failed was because the dude from Ocean Gate, he was a billionaire, and everybody was like, "Oh, who cares? Another billionaire died." He seemed like a pretty good dude to me from the little that have heard about or read and watched about him the past week and a half, about him just wanting to find things and like he's just trying to be an adventurer. Really, like he helped California's Coast Guard find wreckage that was of an oil tanker off the coast of California that could have just devastated the wildlife over there, but he helped them find it with his submarines so that they could collect it and stop it from releasing all that oil out there. So he
did some good stuff.
He's done some good stuff.
If I had a submarine, I'd have done it too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, same, I guess.
I would.
Probably not.
I
wouldn't get thought of it, to be honest.
Josh, we're being more adventurous now.
Remember, we're being sweeter.
Yeah.
The big thing was this guy, man, I can't remember the dude's name that ran Ocean Gate, but he was a big proponent of carbon fiber being like super, super strong.
Yes.
So, and it was the same Ocean Gate submarine, from what I understood, went down and did this trip, I think alone or unmanned, with no problem, but had done it like 12 or 13 times. And James Cameron and a bunch of other scientists were like, hey, like that carbon fiber, even though you can't tell it, it's degrading. Like every time it goes down there,
It's getting weaker.
It's getting weaker. And that's exactly what happened. And that's why they don't use carbon fiber for long-term use submarines. You could use
tried hemp.
if you're only going to go out one to 2 to 3 times. But everybody,
did you say hemp?
Should have tried hemp.
God, hippie fucking shit.
I mean, try it. Give it a shot.
Maybe just use what the United States Navy uses. This seems like they got this shit figured out. You know, they've been doing this shit since like World War II, or even before then. But like, you know, successful submarines. World War II, they were a little sketchy before World War II, but after that, you know, they were a little safer.
Wasn't the Germans the best with the submarines?
The U-boats.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Now I would say it's probably us and the Russians. Chinese, maybe.
Us and the Russians.
The Russians are always going to be doing submarines like us. They have nuclear power like we do, so they can do it, you know.
Yeah, wasn't one of the Russians ones like just off the coast of Florida?
Cuba, man. They were right off the they were like docked in Cuba.
But it was like one of the like most well-known nuclear holding.
Yeah, it carried the Satan II rockets, the ones that were on land that the Ukrainians just blew up.
Satan too, huh?
Yeah, man, shit's wild.
What about that? What about these attacks? I haven't really looked into them much, but we didn't talk about it last week. Obviously, we had a guest, but we had all those pagers that exploded. Thousands of people.
Oh yeah, dude.
Several dead.
I don't answer my phone no ways. I didn't worry about
pagers?
I know that's what I thought too. Remember West shared that? I said pagers.
300 third world countries.
Yeah, man.
Well, where they're exploding at? Where did they explode at?
Maybe they're all surgeons
in their hands, all over the place. Like they.
No, I mean, what country was it in?
Lebanon.
All over the world?
Lebanon. Yeah.
Lebanon.
Yeah.
Lebanon.
Hey, we got you a new pager. Don't, lose it or nothing.
Yeah, so
put it right on your hip.
It was in Lebanon, and it was distributed to a bunch of Hezbollah high up members. Or
they did it twice, didn't they? Like 2 separate days it happened or some shit
in a row. Yeah.
God. Throw your fucking pager away when they start exploding.
I was gonna say, if after that first day, it's on you that you still have that pager. Like,
what did George Bush say? Fool me once, shame on me.
Fool me twice, shame on you again, or something.
Yeah,
shame.
Fool me twice, can't get fooled again.
You can't get fooled again.
Yeah.
He said, I got a saying here in Tennessee. Well, I know I do in Texas, but maybe he'll be here in Tennessee. Here we go. Tell him, George.
Tell him, George.
That's my dog right there. That's my dog.
But yeah, so that happened, and everybody was like really worried. It's been like not a propaganda thing, but everybody's been like, oh, if they can do that with pagers, oh my God, you got a picture of? Oh, that's okay. I thought it was.
I thought that was Micro.
I'm reading his autobiography. It's fantastic.
But but everybody was worried that you could just hack like things with batteries in them and cause them to explode. But it's been confirmed that those pagers that they got from wherever, they were for Hezbollah people, but they had little packed explosives.
What do the Hezbollah do? What do the Hezbollah do?
They're the largest proxy terrorist group in the Middle East. Or them and Hamas.
Give them some more pages.
They are a satellite of Iran, more or less.
Yeah.
They do all their bidding and shit like that.
You start putting Z's in names, you know it's bad.
Wonder where they come up with those, like Hezbollah, and like I'm sure they mean something.
I think a Z helps. Yeah. Gives it a good sound, good evil sound to it.
For a long time before I looked up Hezbollah, I just imagined that people were talking about Hezbollah, the little kid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, the little bitty guy.
Not the little kid. He's like 20 something. But
he's on Barstool all the time.
Yeah,
and like Mike Tyson's podcast.
Hezbollah means Party of God.
Oh God,
is a Lebanese Shia Islamist political
Shia political
party and paramilitary.
like a
Led-
Shia, like a
Led
Shia,
since
like a.
1992 by its Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah.
That's pretty good. I would have butchered that name for sure.
Well,
He's the general secretary.
he's the Secretary General.
Hmm.
But after that happened, Israel continued their attack against Hezbollah and shot rockets at them.
Man, we've had a lot happen. Have we talked about Trump getting attempted assassination again or any of that?
We did like
To
2
God.
seconds on it last week.
I know that they've come up with more. They said that guy had like a direct sight of the green on hole 6, which was where
Yeah,
former
he was.
President
I think
Trump.
he was on hole 5 whenever
Yeah.
it happened, and so he was just staked out there waiting for him to hit hole 6, pretty much. And the Secret
He's still
Service-
alive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah, for now. But yeah, they
This vice presidential debate that we do next Tuesday is going to be a absolute shit show. These two guys. It's going to be very comedic. I think so. More so than Trump and Kamala.
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 I can't wait. I might take off Wednesday through Thursday next week, just so I can come up there and not have to worry about going back to work the next day.
Yeah, man, dude.
Would we get?
It's Tuesday.
Would we get?
Debate?
Yes.
Would we get canceled if I said I thought Tim Walz's son wasn't that retarded?
No.
Okay.
No.
Can't cancel somebody.
I read somewhere that he just like has social anxiety.
Me too. So does that
And
make me
then-
retarded?
And then the left is like, "Oh, don't make fun of him."
Ah, well, everybody's gets upset until they're the ones doing the making fun of, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all bullies. They just don't, they just pick and choose.
Yeah.
They don't get to where they're at in life by being nice to people. I can promise you that.
You don't think? Yeah. Okay. So Hezbollah, like, I can't believe that there were so many rockets that went off last week, and some of the ones that I saw looked like nukes. It was confirmed that they were not nukes.
I just wish I knew more about all that, dude. I can't keep nothing straight.
I'm sure.
Who's entering Lebanon?
Wes is pretty close. He's the closest one to Lebanon out of the 3 of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in Lebanon.
See?
Yeah.
Suspect.
That is a big coincidence.
Do you happen to have
buddy.
a pager as well?
Are
Are you the guy leading the pager?
City?
He said
Is that
code
your
blue.
sister city?
We got code red.
I imagine that's the only reason that pagers are a thing over there is because, I mean, it's like it's the same reason that like mobs and everything use them over here is because they're the most secure thing. It's like, hey, all it does is send something to me,
Emergency or a code.
yeah, or some kind of code, and then you go to a payphone or any phone that's not your own and call whoever. And then it's literally not trackable at that
I remember like when I was little, my dad had a pager for work and one of those bag phones.
Bag phone.
Bag phone and a pager. Well, the work paid for it. It'd come home to the trailer and it was the nicest thing we had in the house. He set it on the table and we'd all just sit around and look at it.
This was what money looks like.
We say, please let that pager light up. See it light up.
I want to.
Daddy's important. He got a call.
Dad's got business cards. It says supervisor, 3rd shift supervisor, blow molding department.
Where they put all the crackheads.
Yeah, blow molding. He was the babysitter for the crackheads.
The office guys at that factory were like, when our Chinese overlords come in, we want them to see the nice, bright and shiny people. We don't want them to see, the evil.
Right.
That is third shift.
Darkness. The
felons that we've hired.
Yeah.
Right. The people that may have a little bit of a questionable background.
Wait, where did he work at?
Hewish Detergents. It's Sun now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when it was called Ewish.
Yeah, he was there from he opened the place up. He started out maintenance. And they made him to a maintenance supervisor.
I remember.
He helped set the plant up and then he stayed,
I remember having friends that worked at Ewish. Whenever
he was an electrician. He done like electrical work, built machines, whatever the maintenance people did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The same thing my dad pretty much did. But he was like, he wasn't the maintenance supervisor. He just was the maintenance guy for A.O. Smith.
Yeah.
He was the dude for
they had like different departments, and like there was like blow molding department, which made the plastic bottles, and there was powders, which was like your powder detergents, and there was liquids, which is liquid detergents.
Yeah.
And my dad was over the department that made the bottles.
Well, that's super interesting, Josh.
It's not.
Halloween is coming upon us. We've been going to Dollar Tree a lot. They've already got the Christmas decorations out. I mean, they're blowing right past it. So before Halloween passes us by, I just wanted to take a minute to speak on the behalf of Smith and Smith Law.
Okay. Wait, before you get started, did we lose Josh?
He does, unless he has gotten really good at being frozen. If this is a bit, he's a gold medal competitor.
He's absolutely crushing it.
Yeah. Josh, you can blink, buddy. I swear.
Josh, please.
Josh! Josh!
Nope, there he went.
Oh, he's dead! He played the freeze game so long he died. Anyway, while we figure this out, do you want to? Okay. Have you or someone you love been accused of witchcraft? Were you perhaps unceremoniously burned at the stake by a misguided mob in 1692? If so, you may be entitled to compensation. Hi, I'm Brad Smith of Smith & Smith Law, and we're here to represent you in the historic class action lawsuit against the township of Salem, Massachusetts. That's right. After over 300 years, we're holding them accountable for burning innocent women at the stake just because they wore black dresses, hung out with cats, or maybe had a bad hair day that screamed witchy vibes. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
My power went out.
Did you once get caught making a weird brew of herbs and berries for a headache, only to have the townsfolk shout, "Sorcery!" and chase you with torches? Well, that's illegal. It's self-care. Oh, that's not illegal. It's self-care. Okay, sorry. I thought they were talking about the chasing people with torches was illegal. That is, I would say, is illegal. Anyway, sorry. And if you or your ancestors were wrongfully accused, persecuted, and possibly turned into kindling, Smith & Smith is ready to fight for justice. For too long, Salem has tried to sweep this under the rug with tourist shops and wax museums, but no more. The flames of injustice burn hot, but not as hot as our passion for making them pay. We specialize in getting compensation for pain, suffering, wrongful execution, and posthumous defamation. And don't worry, we're not afraid of old curses or hexes. In fact, we embrace them. At Smith & Smith, we put the witch in Witch Hunt. Call now at 1-800-NOT-A-WITCH and get a free consultation. Together we'll rise from the ashes. Smith & Smith Law will fight for you because burning at the stake should never be a part of your personal growth journey.
Pound law. That's all. What?
It's my money and I need it now.
J.G. Whitworth.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
That's like imprinted into our childhood brains.
Yeah, it really is.
That and the Girls Gone Wild videos. I got a bit about it. Could you imagine like that was like your one claim to being famous? You're from a small town. You're like, I can't believe I was on Girls Gone Wild. And they're like, this little whore's on Girls
Then your
Gone
dad
Wild.
has a subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember driving, like, whenever I first moved to Bowling Green, I was like 19 or so, and being so upset that I couldn't go to this bar that was on the bypass because literally I guess I got like booed up whenever I was 20-ish.
Booed up.
So I wouldn't have been able to probably go anyways because she would have not liked it. But I remember like 18, 19, and then probably this summer before I met her, I saw the Girls Gone Wild bus at this bar. I think it was called Barcode on the bypass every year. And I was like, 1 year, I'm going to see what this Girls Gone Wild bus is doing.
I'm making my dreams come true. I remember watching The Man Show and falling asleep on Comedy Central and wake up in the middle of the night, it'd be Girls Gone Wild.
And it wasn't
Wes would
pull up. Like it was like we were together, but I never saw that bus again after that.
Wes would pull up and get real excited and knock on the door, and it would be the Boys Gone Wild bus, and they'd be like, "Hi."
He'd say, "Whoa, what's up, young man?"
Oh shit, guys.
What?
Oh no. I just got an email from corporate.
Oh boy.
Again?
Yeah. It's urgent.
All right.
Oh man.
Send it through.
Dear Fine by Me listeners, we at Fine by Me podcast strive to bring you nothing but entertainment, knowledge, and the occasional questionable product endorsement. Unfortunately, it's come to our attention that one of our recent advertisers, Happy Dragon Massage Parlor, was not exactly what we were led to believe. As you may have heard, the FBI recently raided Happy Dragon Massage and uncovered an entirely different kind of happy ending.
It's news to me.
Wow.
The kind that doesn't involve deep tissue massages, but rather deep legal trouble. This, of course, is in direct conflict with our high standards of integrity and the wholesome content we aim to bring to your ears. I mean, who knew? We just thought they gave a mean Swedish massage with a side of no, seriously, no funny business. Let me be clear. At Fine by Me, we do not condone illegal activities, no matter how relaxing they may claim to be. We deeply apologize if anyone booked a massage based on our enthusiastic endorsement and accidentally found themselves involved in a federal sting operation. Trust us, that was not the kind of tension relief we had in mind when we sent Johnny Longsleeves to the Happy Dragon. Now he's facing a felony.
Jeez. Just had a kid.
All right, John.
Sorry, John. We have since cut all ties with Happy Dragon Massage and have launched a rigorous vetting process for future advertisers. From now on, all sponsors will be thoroughly investigated to ensure that they, operate within the law. Our new motto is no crimes, just rhymes. And good podcasting.
You should say good times. That'd have been good.
Well,
you blew it.
This is from our bosses, George.
Okay, well, you
Talk about it on air.
You could have did a little play on words there. You blew it.
Well,
again.
For those of you who may have been learning the promise of ancient healing techniques, we're sorry you had to learn the way that some secrets should stay ancient and possibly never see the light of day again. In the meantime, if you need any actual stress relief, may I suggest a walk, some herbal tea, or maybe a nice legally operating yoga studio. Thank you for sticking with us through these trying times.
Trials and tribulations.
Mm-hmm. Titillations and
I want
temptations.
Close out the episode. I'm going to show y'all something. And it's something that somebody sent me recently.
Show and tell.
Well, you show it and I'll describe it for the people just listening.
That's fine. I'll do that. And then I have another segue that I'm going to do off of this in the future, probably.
Okay. I'm excited. Quit holding out on us. Show it to us.
I'm going to give it to you, Daddy.
I'm going to come.
So this
I'm going to do it.
I thought you might.
So on September 22nd, 2024, this was posted. An Egyptian man claims to have discovered this stone under his hand. The stone apparently disrupts electromagnetic signals, does not appear in a mirror, and boils water instantly.
It's fucking radioactive.
So what the guys, what we're looking at, guys, is a rock.
It looks like it has carvings in it, though, and it's butt plug shaped.
It looks like
it's radioactive.
It looks like a croissant.
Yeah, it does. This guy's getting cancer.
Yeah, dude.
We're watching him get cancer.
I like his music. If you can tell by the music, this is a place where we were just talking about.
This is Egypt.
He's got a page.
Egypt.
Well, that's close.
Uh-oh.
Egypt isn't far off from Lebanon.
Close, turns it off. It's close, turns it off.
Where do you think Egypt's at?
Are they after this rock?
Africa?
Is that what they're doing?
Well, it is, but it's right there in the Middle East.
Most of the Middle East is in Africa. All of it is.
Cone-looking thing on a plate.
Asia.
That's a Coke tray.
That's a mirror. What is this dude? He's walking around just showing.
It has no reflection.
Holy shit! It's a vampire rock. So this guy just put a mirror in front of this plate with a rock on it. People listening, and there's no rock in the mirror, just the plate. And he's just
The
walking
rock-
around holding it like it's
rock
like just
does
no
look
big
kinda
deal.
cool. It's got some kind of engraving in it.
It looks like a scone.
It boils water.
Like immediately.
It
Holy
does.
shit! There's a
How's he
picture of
gonna get it
water.
out?
He's gonna make some tea.
How's he gonna get it out?
Yeah, he's just gonna dump it out on the floor, I guess. So how
Yeah,
can
the
he touch
water's
it but it
hot.
boils
The
water?
water's hot.
That's a lot of people's question, Josh, is how is he touching it if it boils water? Could be some form of mercury. Mercury doesn't hurt the hand, but it does boil water if it's encased in something.
I didn't
Right.
know
Yes.
But
that.
there
Mercury's fucking weird.
Truthfully, that video, there's several parts of it that could be faked. Especially the whole not having a reflection thing. But there in 1996, there were some stones found in Egypt, they're called Hypatia. It seems like these are actually they were meteorites from what they've gathered, but they've never actually been put into like the periodic table or anything. Like they, for some reason, I don't know why. Like this happened in 1996, and like they've never done anything with them. They ended up breaking this one rock up into several different pieces, and most of the stones are like the I don't know if we call it genetic markers, geographic markers,
Geology.
whatever.
I zoned out.
They're nothing that we've ever seen here. So they're obviously from not here.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you call a sex stone? A fucking rock.
Just a fucking rock.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Fucking
Oh,
rock.
just a fucking rock, guys.
King of comedy.
This has got
Josh,
me-
when's your next show?
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, we've been saying that for a month.
I got a buddy. I got a kid that I used to do theater with. That's he's the headliner at the open mic tonight. And
I
Ethan
see that he's
Crittenden.
singing. He's singing.
Yeah, look him
Who
up
is?
on YouTube, guys. Go ahead and do this kid a favor. Ethan Crittenden. I don't know what his YouTube
Crittenden.
channel is.
Yeah,
Crittenden.
Crittenden.
I've seen that. This is the El Potrero. He looks like a young Frank Sinatra in the picture I seen.
Oh, so he's a good looking fella, huh?
No, the way he's standing, he doesn't look nothing like Frank Sinatra. The way he's like positioned, he's like holding the mic, got like a nice little jacket on.
Okay.
Ethan
Yeah.
Crittenden.
Yeah, we just said his name 5 times. Look him up. Hell, for Nick, do what Nick
Hey.
says and look this guy up.
Jason Phillips. Find Jason Phillips on truepeoplesearch.com. Call him and tell him Wes sent you. And I think this has been a really good episode of Fine
I
by
think
Me
so.
here.
Glad to be back.
This has been Wes Dub.
This is Nick Cook.
Mr. Josh Harrington.
And this has been Fine by Me.
See y'all later.
See you next time.
Love y'all.